interaction, social engagement takes place externally. It doesn't take place in your head. And I tell this to a lot of guys, what the problem is with a lot of guys is they're internally focused. So what's really happening is they're not even paying attention to the person on the outside. And as soon as you can shift your awareness from what I call downtime, which is internally aware, to uptime, which is externally aware, you're actually engaging and being real with that person across from you. You're actually being in time. You're not trying to put routines. You're not trying to play games. You're actually being aware of what's going on. You're in the moment. And one of the things that I teach guys to do is learn to pay attention. Like learn to pay attention to, hey, how many times is the girl blinking? What is she doing with her hands? What is she doing with her eyes? Is she paying attention? Is she breathing? Being more aware of that, and that's one of been the most powerful aspects of communication that there is, because when you can look at a person and you're having a good conversation and you're paying attention to them and you're noticing their responses, then you can call them on it and say, hey, you know what? I just noticed that, you're nervous. Like, give me your hand. Relax your hand. It's okay. We're having a good time here. And what he does is it shifts the focus from you to them. And it's a complete paradigm shift, because now you're really looking at them and you're going, hey, you know what? I'm paying attention to them. They're saying, wow, this person's really paying attention to me. And I feel like I'm almost on the spot, because to this day, a lot of people don't even pay attention to the person across from them because they're all in their own head. But when you can see and talk to a girl and notice, hey, you know what? Your eyes just dilated. Or, hey, you know what? You smile. Do you like that? Or you could even ask them questions like, what's most important to you in dating or going out or having fun? Then you get into the real conversation of who that person is and not trying to cookie cut it. So if I'm in a conversation with someone and I'm just actually talking to them, I go, hey, what's most important to you going for a value when you go out at night? She goes, oh, I just want to have fun. Well, what does having fun consist of? Having fun consists of me and my friends, wanting to just let loose. Good, come on, let's go. We're going to go to the dance floor. That's what it takes. We're going to have fun. We're going to let loose. We're going to enjoy each other. Then you watch them twitch and you go, hey, I noticed that your hands are moving a little bit. That's usually a nervous twitch. Just grab their hand, and just go, it's cool. You ready to have fun? Relax. You're going to have fun for the night. And all of a sudden they're like, he's paying attention to me. And I go, now your breathing just changed, which means that you're relaxing. Does it feel good to be able to relax and just to have fun and go out and have a good time? And all of a sudden, they're off guard. Okay, they're not used to that. They're not used to a guy taking charge and leading them in that way. Now, there's some stuff that we'll do to alleviate what we talked about before, but this is the kind of interaction that's powerful. It's the ability to engage. And I like to use that word because you're really engaging with them. Think of meeting a person. A lot of guys think of the approach. The approach is kind of one person's approaching another and the other person's kind of stuck there. I like to call it thinking like a meeting of the minds. Do you have the ability to have fun yourself? So can you hang out with yourself and keep yourself entertained? Lots of people aren't. So if you could start with, let me just get back to the basics, the foundation here. If you could start with that, okay, you got a lot on a lot of guys. A lot of guys are miserable in their own company. So when you're okay in your own company and you're good with your own company, guess what? Then you can add that value to someone else. And you can mix and match and engage and create something that's rare. I mean, when you take a person who's creative and confident and can think for themselves, and you put another person who's creative, confident, likes to have fun, the possibilities are boundless. It generates, it's exponential, put it that way. So just realize, cool, if you already have that foundation, then you're going to add value to most situations. When you go out, okay, understand that to a degree, there's a lot of warm-up for a lot of people. Think of it's like lifting weights. You just don't go in the gym and all of a sudden push up the most amount and get right into it. You have to warm up. You got to get the blood flowing. And a lot of times just to get that going is just kind of walking in being like, hey, how you guys doing tonight? There's no attachment to it. Just, hey, you guys going to have fun tonight? Cool. All right, let's, boom, give them a little handshake or something like this. Good, enjoy yourself. Open up, get used to it, relax it a little bit. That way you generate your own vibe. And one of the key principles that I talk about is you get to go first. You get to create the energy in which you want to respond and react to and engage with. And that means creating the own party vibe inside yourself. Okay, and a lot of people don't understand that part. They just think they have to go out and all of a sudden it's on. It's like warming up a car. You got to get it started. You got to create the energy in which you would want to have that energy come across. For example, when I was running the clubs and stuff like this, if I was looking around saying, shit, man, the club's kind of dead, instead of just letting it run by itself and just continue on the path, I thought to myself, okay, what do I need to do to get this thing going? So the first thing I would do is I'd go up to a table, come on, let's get a couple drinks going, go to the DJ, say, hey, you know what, let's do a 2-for-1 special right now, change the music, let's get up all the girls on stage. So it's moving around, it's getting things going. Next thing you know, the energy shifted. And when you have the ability just to say, hey, you know what, as a powerful individual, you can go into any place that you want and create any vibe you want and create any situation you want. That's the foundation of being powerful as a man and doing and creating exactly what it is you want. But you get to go first.